Is everybody paying attention?
On this episode of Throwdown, we're scanning the skies for unidentified delicious objects.
Plan 9 from outer space.
Whoopie pies.
Doesn't that say delicious?
Karen and Carol are bakers who launched their version of this sweet classic into the stratosphere.
All right, let's make some whoopie.
And they call their pie the best on the planet. But I think my version can fly even higher, so I'm breaking all the rules.
Oh, no.
To pull together a way-out whoopie. But can what I bake shake up the cool of these confident ladies from Maine?
What do we have to be nervous about? It's only Bobby Flay.
My name is Bobby Flay. My mission, to find the best of the best. My objective, perfecting their signature dish. The plan of attack, I'm showing up to challenge them, but they don't know it. I may win, I might even lose. It's anybody's game. It's the ultimate throwdown. Let's see what the next throwdown is. Whoopie pie. An American classic. Carol Ford and Karen Haas of Cranberry Island Kitchen in Portland, Maine. Carol Ford and Karen Haas are best friends who, inspired by a family recipe and their love of Maine, started Cranberry Island Kitchen, where they perfected their whoopie pies.
Beautiful Maine, beautiful whoopie pies. The beauty here, the shapes, the smells, we've put that all on our whoopie pie.
Every time you take a bite out of one of our little desserts, we want you to get a little feeling of Maine.
Carol and Karen also put their own artisanal spin on whoopie pies, making everything from scratch. They source only the best local ingredients.
Now that's how you make a whoopie.
Here's the setup. Carol and Karen think they're being featured on a new Food Network show called Maine Attractions. It's not just about lobster.
You just saw another Maine attraction. Whoopie!
Here's your mission. Combine all your knowledge of traditional whoopie pies with your culinary creativity to make a holiday-flavored whoopie pie that will bring home a victory.
So what is a whoopie pie anyway?
So whoopie pies are very simple. It's chocolate cake with creamy vanilla-like filling in the middle. That's sort of the traditional style. We're gonna put a twist on it with some holiday flavors. Maybe pumpkin flavor or ginger flavor. And then there's so many different things we can do with the cream itself.
Look at that creamy filling. Whoa!
All right, I've got the next throwdown, and we're gonna whoop it. Whoop it good.
You can get a whoopie pie pretty much any place in Maine, any convenience store, any gas station. They are usually a dry cake with sort of a shortening-based filling.
And very sweet.
And sickly sweet, usually.
It was a quirky regional specialty in dire need of a makeover.
When we started our business, we were sitting around trying to figure out what we were going to do for products. Karen said, I have a killer recipe for whoopie pies. And I said, whoopie pies? Why would we do those? Those are disgusting. And she said, no, 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 you've never tasted my family's whoopie pies. And she was right. They're amazing.
Using local organic ingredients and testing incessantly, the pair came up with a pie that made them say, well, you know. Flavors range from classic whoopie to pumpkin and even spicy Mexican chocolate, and all get the Down East seal of approval.
I've given up other sweets, all my other sweets, and I get this is my treat.
There's an old Maine saying, it is wicked good.
But their pies seem destined for only local fame until the kind of chance encounter that's almost too good to believe.
I was just waiting for the ferry to go to Little Cranberry Island, and I had some time to kill. So I walked into a little antique store, and I turned around, and there was Martha Stewart. I had a display of all of our products, and she just said, whoopie pies, those are adorable. She said, why don't you come and make them on my show?
And their whoopie pies took off from there.
Welcome to Cranberry Island Kitchen. This is our brand new facility. It's only a year old, and we moved here from a 400 square foot to 4,000. We're very busy, so we gotta go. We've gotten all these good compliments. One woman was like, if I ever have to get the chair, I want to have a lobster roll and one of these whoopie pies as my last meal.
These two can't wait to hear what the crowd has to say during their upcoming Whoopie Pie TV show.
I think once people see this Food Network show and see our whoopie pies, they're gonna be like, I want one of those. Why wouldn't they?
But will Whoopie turn to woe when I show up? All right, today it's all about whoopie pies, an American classic. But who actually owns the invention? Well, some people say it all started in Pennsylvania. And they say that Amish women actually packed this treat for their kids, and when the kids actually discovered it, they yelled, "Whoopie!" Do you believe it? I'm not sure. How about Maine? In Maine, they say that a woman in a bakery had some leftover chocolate cake and some leftover vanilla frosting, and there you have it. One more chance. Boston. Boston, it was all about the marshmallow. The inventor of the whipped marshmallow wanted to use something to actually market their product. So they took a couple of pieces of chocolate cake, put the marshmallow inside the chocolate cake, and there you have the whoopie pies. So which one do you believe? Is it Pennsylvania, Maine, Boston? We have two decisions to make. We have the cake, and we have the filling. So this is what some people use for the filling. This is a store-bought vanilla frosting. Some people actually take a little bit of vegetable shortening and mix it with confectionery sugar. And then, of course, there's the whipped marshmallow, ready to use. We're thinking along the lines of holiday for this, because it is the season. When I think of holiday, I think of things like pumpkin, some kind of squash bread, gingerbread. So I think what we're gonna do is go with some gingerbread as the cake. And then, you know, what goes with ginger? I love the idea of like a lemon curd. And also, what is the texture of the filling so that it actually stays in the whoopie pie itself? That's gonna be really key, because we want the filling to be silky. We want it to actually hold onto the cake. So that's gonna be very important. All right, ladies, I'm coming to you with a whoopie pie that's not all fluff, so get ready. Whoopie pies make a break for it.
We're gonna pop these out. Whoops, escaping.
But can I escape the wrath of Stephanie? Tiny, tiny, tiny bit of molasses in there. It'd be awesome.
No. I will not allow it.
Karen and Carol are surrounded by seasonal inspiration. But I have some holiday ideas too. So I'm strolling to the test kitchen to make whoopie with Miriam and Stephanie. I'm gonna make gingerbread, whoopie pies with some candied ginger in it.
We decided to do our whoopie pie in a pumpkin version.
So why don't we actually start making the cake? So you have some unsalted butter, light and dark brown sugar, and some fresh ginger, grated ginger. You want to cream the butter and the sugars together first. We're gonna add the egg, and we're gonna add some oil. And oil is actually the key to moist whoopie pies.
We're gonna start off with making our batter for the pumpkin cake first. So I'm gonna melt some butter, brown sugar.
We're just going to whisk this.
Now we're gonna add the pumpkin, 2 eggs, vanilla, and we're just gonna add some salt to this.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our dry ingredients. We're gonna start with all-purpose flour, and then we have some nutmeg, cinnamon, clove, ground ginger, and finish with salt and baking soda. I'm taking buttermilk and some molasses. I'm gonna mix these together, and now we're gonna alternate the flour mixture with the spices, and then the buttermilk with the molasses. We finish the batter by adding little bits of big flavor, spicy crystallized ginger.
Flour, baking soda, baking powder, clove. This gives it a real little kick. Nutmeg, and ginger, and cinnamon.
And then we're gonna add the wet ingredients to the dry and mix it. It smells so good.
Last ingredient, local fresh buttermilk, because it gives any recipe really a much richer texture and a finer crumb too.
And these are pumpkin whoopie pies, so we're going to use a pumpkin-shaped mold.
Okay, so this has been sitting for about 20, 25 minutes. That's big enough, right?
That's perfect size.
Okay, 350 degrees for about 9 minutes.
We preheated the oven at 300 degrees, and it's gonna be for 14 minutes.
Now we're gonna go on to the lemon curd. We heat sugar, lemon juice, and a pinch of salt, then add the mixture to 2 beaten eggs.
So I'm just adding a little bit of the hot liquid at a time to slowly bring up the temperature of the eggs so they don't...
it doesn't cook.
We went with a maple cream cheese filling just because it really complements the pumpkin. We're gonna start with butter and cream cheese.
There we go.
Now we're gonna sift in the confectionery sugar.
We put it through a fine strainer, and it just gives it a really nice silky texture. We chilled the batter. We're chilling the lemon curd. Now we're gonna make the frosting. The base of our filling will be a silky 7-minute frosting, which we make by heating egg whites, sugar, lemon juice, cream of tartar, and salt. Then letting the mixer work its magic.
And in 7 minutes, you can have super fluffy frosting. Oh, I love this.
That's why they call it 7-minute frosting?
Yeah, and it really does take like
7 minutes.
So now I'm going to add pure Maine maple sugar.
Adding the maple sugar really gives the filling a little crunch to it.
And we'll put a little organic vanilla in and pure Maine maple syrup. And now we're going to put it in the fridge and leave it overnight to chill.
So we'll get a nice firm filling for our whoopie pies.
Look, how beautiful.
Let's get another mixing bowl so we can combine these. It's really intense. And then you just sort of marble it. I love that.
Don't those look delicious? And then we're gonna pop these out. Oops, escapee.
Our whoopies smell great fresh from the oven, but it's key to let them cool completely before filling.
Otherwise, once you put the fluff on, it's just gonna melt.
It's really hard to fill these without trying one. Voila.
Doesn't that say delicious?
I think it's good. Yeah, I know you're gonna hate this idea.
Oh, boy. Brave man.
But I was thinking that if you took the 7-minute frosting and swirled in a little bit of lemon curd and a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of molasses in there, it'd be awesome.
No. I will not allow it. How you would want to add molasses to that is beyond me.
Despite Stephanie's protest, we swirl a touch of molasses into the frosting just to see. It doesn't get in the way of the lemon. Taste it.
It almost makes it more lemony.
I'll take it under advisement as to whether we're gonna add the molasses or not.
You can do
You
whatever
and I
you
will
want.
discuss it because obviously, Stephanie, we know where she stands.
Now-
Here is my secret ingredient. It's kryptonite to Stephanie.
For the best whoopie pie on the planet, you need to come to Maine.
All right, Carol and Karen, I hope you whooped your pies into shape because I'm coming to Maine. It's all about paintings and pie as Karen and Carol get their whoopie working for an art opening at Grace Restaurant in Portland, Maine.
Thank you for coming.
Here we are in Portland, Maine. We're here to give a throwdown challenge to Carol and Karen of Cranberry Kitchens. I wonder if there's room for one more painting at their art show.
Hey guys, welcome to our pumpkin maple whoopie pie demo. Sorry to interrupt everybody. We have one more artist who needs to put up his work.
What do you think of my artwork?
I hope your cooking's better.
So, what are you guys doing?
We're making whoopie pies. The best on the planet.
Oh, the best on the planet. That's one of the reasons why I'm here. How about a whoopie pie throwdown? Yeah! You guys are on.
I'm honored that he's in the same room with us, but there's no way he can make a better whoopie pie.
Portland, Maine is a rockin' town. Especially when whoopie pies are on the menu.
You cannot make a better whoopie pie than
Yes.
I'm sure I can, but you know, I'm gonna try.
Looks serious. Well, they have all this fancy equipment, but we have the best, local, freshest ingredients.
What kind of whoopie pies are you making?
pumpkin whoopie pies with maple cream cheese
I
filling.
love pumpkin. I wanted to do pumpkin, and these guys talked me out of it. We're making gingerbread with a lemon and molasses filling.
Oh.
So we start the cake part of our whoopie pie by mixing together flour and spices, then moving to our wet ingredients.
All right, melt the butter.
What do you have there?
Best butter in the universe.
The best butter in the universe. I should do a butter throwdown with them.
Just mixing this together so we don't have any lumps with brown sugar.
We've actually met the chickens that lay these eggs. Pureed pumpkin,